There is nothing like the freedom of the open road. Unless you hit bad weather, get lost, or need a quick way to check in with your family. That's why I never road trip without these 5 free apps. They're going to help you plan better, stay safe, and make the most of your solo adventure. While some of them have paid versions, we're going to talk about the free parts today, and they are awesome. So whether you are navigating, stargazing, or just making the miles fly by, these 5 apps are game changers. And stick around until the end because I'm sharing a bonus app that's perfect for solo travelers, especially if you love connecting with other people on the road or even getting a little extra support for your adventures. I can't wait to share this one with you. Hey, I'm Bing from Wonder Bing Travel, and I help inspire and equip people to create road trips that bring freedom, adventure, and a renewed sense of wonder. I road tripped over 60,000 miles on my own, and most of them with Lexi, my golden retriever. So at this point, I feel pretty confident in saying I know what makes a trip stress-free and also what makes a trip amazing. First things first, though, if you are getting ready to plan a road trip or even interested in seeing if it's a good fit for you, I'd love for you to grab my free 5-day Going Solo Quick Start Guide. You can do it on your phone. It's not technically an app. I will include the link here, also the description below, and you can download that, and that is really the best first step that you can take. So let's dive right into these 5 must-have apps for road trips in 2025, starting with one that could literally save your trip. Okay, the very first app I want to share with you is called Drive Weather. Now, there's a free version and a paid version. Honestly, I've only ever used the free version, and it does what I need it to do. So picture this, you're cruising along and dark clouds start rolling in unexpectedly. Is it going to pass quickly? Are you heading straight into a storm? What about the campsite you're headed to or the hike you're getting ready to take? With Drive Weather, you don't have to guess. And it's more than just a weather app. This shows weather conditions along your route so you can see exactly where rain and snow and high winds might slow you down. Think of it as a combination between like Waze and Google Maps or Apple Maps and a weather app. It's combining them all together for you. So it's great for planning stops around bad weather. It shows you routes that you can take to avoid certain things, and the free version supplies hourly forecasts and also road condition updates. You put in your starting place, your destination, and it shows you weather, temperatures, all the things between the 2 places. It is amazing. Also, if you love scenic routes, which is really what a solo road trip is all about, it helps you avoid things like foggy stretches so that you can make sure that you get the best views. I check Drive Weather before I get started in the morning, and then also, again, if I'm going to change my route, I just double check to make sure that all the things in front of me are good. It's actually saved me from getting caught in some serious storms. Okay, number 2 is the Audible app. So back in the day, we used to call this books on tape, where you would go to the library or you would stop at Cracker Barrel and you'd get all those CDs so that you could listen to the latest and greatest John Grisham novel or whatever. So now Audible is next level. So now this is something much better and it connects to our phones. Music is great, but on some of the long drives, especially if there's times where you just have to be on highways for long stretches, a good audiobook makes all the difference. On those long drives home from Colorado, you can bet, like I've got a couple of them queued up and ready to go. So I am a huge fan of Audible, and I download books ahead of time, so that way I don't have to worry about cell service in any given place. They're already ready to go. It's also something that occasionally I will do if I have trouble falling asleep. There's a timer that you can set, and you can just listen to your book for 10 or 20 or 30 minutes or however long that you want to. So whether it's a travel memoir, a thriller, a road trip themed book, maybe it's something explaining places that you're going to be visiting, it makes the miles fly by for sure. If you don't already have Audible, you can grab a free 30-day trial by using my link below. It helps support my channel, and it also gets you a free audiobook to try out on your next road trip. Just put the app on your phone and get started. Number 3 is as different as it can be. It is called the SkyView app. You can turn any stop into a stargazing adventure. I love stars. I have always been enamored with the night sky. And when you travel, especially if you're in places where there are plenty of dark skies, and shout out to West Cliff, Colorado, my favorite little town that has been designated as a dark sky town in the US, and the stars there are amazing. So anytime that you want to know more about what you're looking at, you just open the app on your phone and you hold it up to the sky, and it will show you what you're looking at. It identifies stars and galaxies and planets and even the space station. So I love doing that and seeing what in the world I'm looking at, especially because there's some weird stuff flying around out there right now. I find this app especially fun when I'm camping or just going for a walk in the evening. It's really cool. Again, this has a free version and a paid version, and I've only used the free version, and it certainly suits my needs, and I love it. What better way to take in the wonder of creation than by looking at the stars and the beautiful sky that God has created for us? So for that reason, this app is a must-have for me. Okay, let's get serious though. This is one that everybody has on their phone already, and I bet you're not using it to its fullest potential. And I want to tell you why it matters. Most people don't think about it, but your phone's built-in health app can be a lifesaver. So here's why I recommend setting it up before you leave. So if you haven't spent much time, really look through it and see all of the things that it does for you. If you wear an Apple Watch and you have an iPhone, then those two things are recording lots of information, including your heart rhythms and your heart rate and how many flights of steps you've gone up and down a day, how many steps you've walked, all those kinds of things. But it also is something that you can input information that can be used in case of emergencies. This is an incredibly important piece of prepping for a road trip. No joke. Everything else that I'm telling you are things that are helpful and make your road trip more fun and interesting, but this one is life-saving, and it's something that you need to pay attention to. So I'm going to link right here a video that I did a little while back on how to set all of that up so that you can go through and put your emergency information in, and how you can alert emergency services if you need to. The best news is it's already on your phone. You just need to set it up and thank me later. I also want to share one personal little note about this that my mom and I just discovered this past week after she spent some time in the hospital. If you have an Apple Watch and you have an iPhone, you can set your health app up to determine if your heart ever goes into AFib and you have an irregular heartbeat. I didn't know it had that feature, and both she and I are very glad now that it does. Okay, my fifth app, really mostly just super fun, but also something that helps you stay connected without having to deal with social media. So if you've never heard of Marco Polo, you're gonna love this. If you want to keep friends and family updated on your trip without having them to find you on social media or you scrolling through social media and posting on social media, Marco Polo is perfect. It's as simple as it can be, and again, free version, paid version. Cheapo me only uses the free version. I don't do anything with it that I would ever need the paid version. And here's what it does. Just like the old-fashioned game of Marco Polo, I call Marco, you respond, Polo. It's like that, but it's with your phone. So it allows you to send video messages in real time. You just open the app and connect with people that are already on your list. You can invite other people to be part of Marco Polo, and then you just have a screen, almost like it's just a video screen, and you start talking. And as soon as you begin, they're alerted that you're on there. When you're done, it says, so-and-so just sent you a Marco Polo. They can watch it on their own free time. They can get back to you whenever they feel like it, and you can go back and forth with people without ever having to stop in real time and do it. And I love this because when I'm traveling and I know I'm going into some place where there isn't going to be service, I can do a quick Marco Polo and let people know, hey, this is where I'm going to be tonight. This is my destination. I'm not going to be able to talk to you until tomorrow or the next day or whatever. But they can see me, they know that I'm fine, and they know what my intentions are. I just love that. Not to mention that it is a super fun way to keep up with your friends. Solo road trips are really about freedom and they're about self-discovery and wonder, but staying connected in a way that feels natural to you is key. So I do use this to send quick updates to my family. It's fun, easy, and it keeps me present and in the moment. But before we wrap up, I promised you a bonus app, and this one is just a fun thing for solo travelers. It's literally called Buy Me a Coffee. And it's a simple way to let friends and family, or even people who love following your journey, it gives them a chance to support your travels. So if you happen to be sharing your road trip through a blog or social media, just posting, or even just keeping loved ones updated, this app lets them send you a little appreciation, whether that's a few dollars for gas or a roadside snack, or of course an actual coffee. So it's a great way to stay connected and feel encouraged on the road. I love it when my app pops up and says, someone bought you a coffee. It's so great. And this one is absolutely free, and it's just a fun way to communicate with people. As you can see, solo road tripping is so much about seeking freedom, seeking wonder, being inspired, spending time on your own. But a lot of the times we do want to be connected. We need to be connected. So apps like this one, Buy Me a Coffee, or Marco Polo, they allow us to feel more connected, and even Audible as well. I hope you found something that you love. And if you found my video helpful and you want to support what I do, you can buy me a coffee. I'll drop the link in the description, and every little bit helps to keep my adventures going. So let me know in the comments, which of these apps are you most excited to download and give a try? Or if you have a favorite app that I haven't included, I'd love to hear about it. Last year I did a similar type video with 5 different apps, so I'm going to share that here with you so you can check that out as well. I really hope that at some point Lexi and I will see you on the road.